Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to make buttons and how to link them to your modules. So when you log on, you should see your sandbox. Before you go to your sandbox, we're going to go to Commons, and we're going to import something called Customizing Your Homepage. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to type in, search by title. I'm going to type in Customizing. And you should see that it pops up, Customizing Your Homepage. You're going to click on that. And then you're going to click this blue button, Import and Download. And you're going to find your course. Now, if you're working in your sandbox, that's fine. You can always share whatever you put in your sandbox with your other classes. So I'm going to put it in my sandbox, Kayla Wynn Sandbox, import into the course. It will say you've successfully started the import. Now I'm going to go to my dashboard, which is underneath my little head up here for account. So I'm going to go and click dashboard. It looks kind of like a compass or a gas gauge, depending on your perspective. And then I'm going to go into my sandbox, which I have a shark to help me identify which course is which. Okay, so now this is my course. And before I even look at all this nonsense on the front, yours might look a little different, and that's okay. Now I'm going to hang on, everything just went black. Okay, anyways, so now I'm going to go, before I deal with my buttons, I'm going to go to modules. And hopefully my screen doesn't go black again while I'm recording. All right, so if you want to make a module for every grade level, I wouldn't worry about putting stuff into the modules for now. I would just create the modules. So I'm going to create a module by clicking this blue button that says plus module. And it should pop up. Okay, and then I might put like kindergarten. And then I'd add the module. So now at the very bottom, and it depends how much stuff you have in your sandbox, but it's going to be at the very bottom of your sandbox as kindergarten, okay? If I want to add another one, I just click the blue button and I could add first grade. So you'll notice I'm not putting anything in the modules, I'm just adding the modules because I'm going to use them to link to my buttons. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you could probably fast forward to when you see me doing 5th grade. So that way you don't have to waste your time. But I'm going to put in one for every grade level. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Here. Come on. There we go. All right, almost done with this. So basically, I'm creating my locations that I'm going to link to in a minute, and that's why I'm doing this first. I didn't want to make my buttons because I wouldn't have had anything to link my buttons to. So once I've added my modules, I can scroll down to the bottom and I should see 5th grade, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and kindergarten. Okay. So now it's going to get a little crazy, but we're going to go over to Files. Now I'm going to click on Files. And because I imported that customizing homepage, I'm going to click on Kayla Wynn, and I'm going to go to Course Image. And then I'm going to click Buttons. You might not have all this other nonsense, but I've imported quite a few things. So you should have Course Image and Buttons. You're going to click on Buttons, and you're going to see all of these district buttons that are just generic, okay? And you'll notice the first one, the top banner button, is called Banner, and the rest go button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and so on. So this is going to feel weird, but we're actually going to delete all of these buttons. So I'm going to go through and delete them all. If you're sitting here saying, well, how are you doing that? There is a little 3-dot snowman over here next to the check mark. I click on it and I click delete. And I'm going to go through and delete all of these buttons. a little time consuming, and you may not need 12 buttons. If you don't need 12 buttons, I can happily show you how to fix that. But just to start, we're going to pretend you need 12 because that's the generic setup that the district provided us. We can always add more buttons as well. Okay, so I'm going to drop my files here. So now I'm going to go to upload. And now I'm going to upload the button images that I created that were specific to what I wanted. So your buttons will probably say kindergarten, first, second, third, and so on. My buttons that I have are just different buttons that my 5th grade team agreed on. Now, if you look, I named each button, button 1, 2, 3. I put them in the order I wanted them to be in. So if you want to do grade levels, kindergarten should probably be button 1. 1st grade would be button 2. 2nd grade would be button 3, and so on. You'll notice there's no space between the word button and the number, okay? So these files have to be PNG files, and you'll see they're all PNG files, okay? And if you need help making the actual button, I can happily help you with that, and I'll just send you your PNG files back. But I'm gonna finish selecting all my button options. Let's select my last 3 buttons, okay. And then now it's time to select my banner, okay. So I'm gonna go in and find a banner. I've made several. So I'm gonna just do my Win Homeroom. You'll notice again, this banner is called banner, nothing special. It can't say Win banner or it doesn't work. So it says banner, and it is also a PNG file, and it'll pop up. So now I've got all these buttons, and I'm feeling pretty darn successful. Now I'm gonna go back to my home page. All right, and now you'll see my banner and all my buttons have popped up. Now, if you're like, I don't see my banner and my buttons, you'll need to go over to the side and you'll see the choose home page, and you'll click on that. Yours might be saying course modules. You want to click pages front page, and it should say home template. If it doesn't say home template, click change, and it will show you all of your pages, and you'll pick which page you want. So you'll see all the pages that you have in your class. Just scroll down. I have a gazillion of them. Keep scrolling. So many pages. My sandbox is very full. And then once I get to the page I want, I'll just click on it and I'll select it for the changing of the page. Okay, so to save you time, I'm not going to bore you with going through my entire sandbox, but then you'll select that and you'll click save. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to go back. Oh, wrong button. What are they? I'm going to go back. Okay, and now it's time to link the buttons with modules. And in the background, you're going to hear my toddler yelling about being outside in the rain. Okay, so now we're going to link the modules. So at the top of the page, you're going to see edit. And I'm going to link each of these buttons to a page within Canvas for the kids to access. So remember, I didn't have a kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and so on button. I had these other buttons, but just pretend that this first button, announcements, was my kindergarten button. I'm going to click on the button. You'll see a blue box around it, and I'm going to go up here. It looks like a chain link. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click course links. Okay, so then it pops up my options. Well, if I want to link it to my kindergarten module, I'm going to go to modules, and it's going to tell me all my modules that I have, which again, I'm going to have a lot. And then I'm going to click kindergarten, and it's going to link it. So then I'm going to go to my second button, click course links, modules, and I'm going to click 1st grade. So I'm only going to do the first 3 to save time. I'm going to do course links, modules, 2nd grade. Okay, so now that I've linked these, remember at the bottom you have to save or you're going to lose all your work. So I'm going to click save. And when I click on my buttons, my announcement button, it should take me to my module. Now, the only reason it wouldn't take me to my module, let's see, is because it's probably because it's not published. Let me make sure that it's published. Do. This darn science unit is so long. Hang on a minute. You may want to fast forward the video so you don't have to see this. Okay. So when I get to my modules, I need to see how over onto the side, they're not published. So kindergarten is not published. There's a little X box kind of thing. If I click it and I make it a green arrow, so I'm just going to do first, second, and third grade, okay? Now keep in mind, when something's published, the kids can see it. So you may just want your buttons to not work until you're ready for the kids to see things, okay? But once I publish those modules, I'm supposed to be able to click on a button and it will take me to that module. Now, for some reason, it's still acting a little finicky, but give this a try, see what happens, and then let me know if you have luck. If not, we shall troubleshoot. Good luck.